Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do this very special reading. You know that I have been talking about, actually I had in mind to do this reading for the leaders of the groups, the K-pop groups. I wanted to dedicate this tarot reading for them, for their hard work, for their commitment, for how loyal they are, and for everything that they endure in order to be a good leader, or trying to be at least. So I wanted to do this reading for them, and also I wanted to do an announcement because I will be doing every Monday of the week. I will be doing a pick a card reading here on my channel, so you will have the possibility, if you want, to click on it, and every Monday being able to choose between, I don't know, I will be doing like maybe offering like 3 or 4 options. You can choose a card, and then I will continue to deliver the message in that video, because this is actually something, it's an like a pick a card reading is an interactive that I actually do this dynamic on my Instagram, but unfortunately I try to sometimes to publish it to post it in English as well, but I see that maybe because sometimes I write in Spanish, probably people that speak in English do not understand, so it's like maybe they are not very they don't know how to actually ask for me to or probably they don't know what is it about. So I wanted to do this in this pick card reading on my channel for you, because I definitely want to give back something to you guys, that you're always there. They are always watching my videos, so I want to give you something personal, a little message from the oracle for you to start your week with the best energies possible. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will be doing it I will start next Monday. So I will be continuing with this reading. This is dedicated to the leaders of the groups of the K-pop group, and we're going to talk, also dive in a little bit about what it's like to be a leader in the K-pop industry. So I'm using the oracle of the chakras, and the cards that came out for them, it's enlightenment, mysticism, discouragement, insecurity, and isolation. And the cards from the energy oracle that I got, it's a burst of magic. So I'm going to start. The first card that it talks about enlightenment, and also the next card that it talks about mysticism, and the last one that talks about magic, definitely lets me know that for you to be a leader for the groups and in the K-pop industry, there has to be a part of you that has to be some kind of magician, in the sense that you definitely has to have a high percept you have to be really perceptive, you have to be really intuitive, you have to be very observant, and you have to be able to manage the situations and somehow being able to manipulate the results, but not manipulate in the negative sense of the way, not to trick anyone, just to try to make the best out of what you got, and sometimes trying to put on an act that is like it makes others trust you. So if you, for example, don't feel so confident about yourself, but somehow you express it with your gestures, and you play that part a bit, and you try to stay optimistic even though maybe you also had a bad day, this actually it's a very important source of inspiration for the others. And also here with the enlightenment, it definitely talks about that the experience of being a leader, is probably not something that you actually get money from, or probably like material gain. Actually, you maybe the most precious and maybe the most value that you can get out of this experience is actually you becoming a leader, and that it also opens your mind, and that this experience allows you to see life with other perception, with a much broader with a much bigger view about life and about what it's like to be responsible for others, and also to try to do the right things. Um, so it means that obviously you have to remember that you have to stay humble. This is why this card it's here with the mysticism, is that somehow you can since you have to be perceptive and observant, and you obviously have the members that trust you, probably they trust you very personal things about themselves. You have to be also very humble enough and very considerate enough to not use this information in a selfish way. This is why the card of enlightenment is really important, because you have to become selfless, and you have also to remember that you can be the leader of the group, but you are not their boss, and you are not their father. You are not the king of the castle. You are just one of the members that just happens to have this responsibility. That, of course, it weighs a lot, but also at the same time, just as much as they learn from you, because you are like this inspiration for them, at the same time, you also learn from them. So the leader wouldn't be no one if actually the group, if they wouldn't have the group responses, and actually the group's the group's commitment. So it's like they feed off each other, they need each other. So it's like in every human relationship, you need that feedback. Just because you are the leader, it doesn't mean that you will not mess up or that you will perfect. It actually means that you somehow has the responsibility to try to do the best you can do in every situation. And yes, you have to be flexible, and yes, you have to be open-minded, and at the same time you have to be firm, because you do not have to have any kind of favoritism. So yes, there are a few conditions that you definitely need to work on yourself. So I think that once you learn how to be a leader on what it is like, it's like your whole view of life changes, and you will probably carry this lesson with you for your whole life. So, and then with the card of discouragement, this also talks about here that the card of discouragement and insecurity. This also talks about probably the hardships of being a leader, is that sometimes they do go through discouragement themselves, they do go through insecurities themselves. So it's not like just because you are the leader you are unaffected. Actually, I think that they are the most insecure of all the members, because it's like they have to pretend that they are not. So there's a inner conflict inside of themselves, like they are like, okay, I have to suppress my real feelings about the situation, because I know I have to be in control, or at least I have to show the others that I got this. So there are moments where they definitely feel insecure, they definitely feel discouraged, because I also think that they sometimes has to be like the they have to be like the spokesperson of bad news. Sometimes the CEOs, or sometimes the maybe the most influential people of the company just go and ask them to deliver sometimes the bad news. In a sense, not the bad news that it would be a tragic news. just in the sense of being like, okay, tell the boys that they are not getting this that they ask for, or tell the boys that this month they are not getting a vacation, or tell the boys that you will have to rehearsal more hours. So it's like they are the messenger of sometimes very harsh truths that they try definitely to put positiveness into that speech. That's also why sometimes they may struggle and feel a bit fake when they have to transform sometimes a very harsh message into words of encouragement, and actually encourage others when you feel discouraged. So this is the actually the part where actually everything it's a bit harsh for them. And then with the isolation card, it's obviously this is why most leaders they tend to actually maybe they talk to one person that they really like, they really trust, but actually they prefer to be by themselves, or they prefer to isolate themselves from the rest to actually try not to influence the others, or try not to contage the others of their own worries and insecurities. So this is also a very red flag that I think that members should definitely, if they really care for their leader, or at least someone from the company, should definitely pay attention when leaders start doing this, when they start to avoid maybe like getting together with the rest of the members, just like maybe saying like, oh yes, I'm busy, I will just go to my room because I have stuff to do, or because I'm busy and I have to see this. And actually they are isolating themselves, they are isolating themselves, they are evading like social gathering, or maybe like a group gathering, just because they don't want to worry the others, but they probably are having a harsh time. So it's like they hide and they try not to share with others, so it's not visible that they are not going through a tough time. So probably this is like a warning sign that if you have a leader that starts doing this, you have to try to include him, or try to encourage him to actually open up and talk to the group about it, so the group can also step up, because this is some of the greatest strengths and the signs that you definitely have like a strong bond and a strong synergy and a strong group, when the group actually takes the role of the leader, or actually they like take that weight of the leader's shoulders. They are like, okay, we got this, don't worry, we will help you, we will you don't need to cover this for us, we got it, we got you. Because like I said from the beginning, the leader is just one of the members that just happens to have a different responsibility, or a, a extra responsibility besides being part of the group and performing perfectly their role. So it would be much appreciated if actually the members can actually see this. And also with a burst of magic, that is the last card that is here, it means that definitely they have to work magic. They have to trust their instincts. They have to trust their guts. They have to trust their intuition. That's why they have to have faith. They have to have faith in the group. They have to have faith that if they put their efforts together, you can make things happen, and that this is magic, that their bond is magical, because a good leader can consider himself or herself a successful leader or a good leader if actually he sees magic happening between the members, in the sense that you can see probably two members that didn't get along at first, you can see them working shoulder to shoulder, and you can see them collaborating. So and you can see this growth in the members. You can see it in their eyes. You can see that they are more available, and that they are not complaining anymore, and they are getting the things done. Or probably that if the leader has to constantly be like, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to wake up early, come on, let's go, that every time it will be easier for them to actually listen to the leader, and there will be moments when actually the leader will not have to ask for anything anymore, because actually the members will become leaders themselves. I think that this is the most probably the most like magical moment in a group's dynamics or in a group's synergy, when you can tell that they are all leaders in the group, and that they are all responsible, and that they all get involved in matters that has to do with the group, and has to do with their own growth, and with their own journey. So I think that definitely you can see that a very successful leader is the leader that actually doesn't have to be, or probably that doesn't have to be the responsible one, and can relax and be like, okay, I don't have to be strict, I don't have to give them like this strong gaze, I don't have to push them, I don't have to remind them over and over and over that they have to do certain things. They will just do them for themselves, because it's like they become a better version of themselves. So I think that this is the magic of the role of being a leader. And of course we always have to be appreciative. This is why I wanted to do this reading, because I wanted people to get a brief interpretation about what it's like to be a leader, because sometimes a lot of people like praise probably the dancers, the visuals, I don't know, the funny guys of the group. Of course that each of them have different roles, and they all add to the success of the group. But at the same time, let's not forget that sometimes that silent leader, or sometimes maybe that leader that it's in the corner, like not communicating, because in his mind he's thinking about 1,000 tasks and ideas that he has to go through. And it's not that he is not the funny guy, or it's not that he doesn't want to participate, or it's not that he is doesn't feel comfortable. It's just that in his mind he has other things, he has other goals, he has other responsibilities. So let's appreciate them, and this energy and this magic that they bring with them. So this was my reading for them in honor to their energy. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.